Live first. Let me check if I'm live. Am I live? Oh, okay, okay, I'm live now. Hello, guys. Hello, everyone. uh, so last time I think I did. What did I do last time? Oh yeah, the resume. So update last time. Uh, it was a really, I guess, how do I say it? I've had like pretty good success. So like this was what we did last time. Let me show you. Let me show you. It's this. It's this. If you go to like my GitHub, right? And if you go to my GitHub, just like github.com/SEYLU, and then you click the resume. Like you scroll down a bit, and then you click resume, and you will see what we did last time. And this is this. This is it. This is it. This is it. This is the resume that we built using Canva and ChatGPT last time. This is built. This is like written by ChatGPT. I cannot write this. Like I'm not that good of a writer to be able to, I guess, come up with words like this. Like, ChatGPT is such a good tool, man. So yeah, and so far, I've had like pretty good responses from recruiter. I remember. Like I chatted the recruiter. Right, I told like multiple, because I applied to multiple jobs. I told them like, hey, this is my updated resume, and stuff, yada yada. Like boilerplate, like chat template that came from ChatGPT again. Yeah, everything that's related to like business email or business chat or business messages, that SMS, right? Yeah, I'll let ChatGPT do his thing, because like I'm not that. Again, I'm not a writer. I'm a developer, so so yeah, yeah. So I told them, right, that I've updated my resume, and then like I think it was so fast. Yeah, I think it was like a day later. I got emails from multiple companies. They're like, from multiple recruiters. Hey, we're interested in you. We're interested in you. Like, we're interested in like setting up like an interview and stuff. And then yeah, I've interviewed for a few companies already. A few of them, yeah, I've interviewed already. I have like some scheduled next week. Yeah, I have some scheduled next week, and it's really cool. It's really cool. I cannot believe that you just change your resume a bit, and then it just it's just it's kind of unfair. This is again it's a kind of it's like, oh wait, no, this is not it. It's not it. I'm sorry, like my this is like my old resume, right? This is like my old resume. I'll show you. I'll show you. Okay, this is my old resume, right? This is my old resume. Uh, this is pretty much the same thing, right? I have detailed my education. Uh, Maybe like the work experience could have some more stuff. I have like project portfolio here, so I've added like project portfolio. I have the skills here, and I have interest, and then I have my contact information here. Like, if you think about it, like this is a this is like, like what like an ideal resume is. Like it has like the elements of an ideal resume, right? Like it has like work experience, education, skills, portfolio, and it's again. But I guess even though you have like the elements, right? I guess what's more important is not really uh how it looks. Like it doesn't really matter if it's actually, no, I think it matters if it's visually pleasing. I look at this and I'm like, there's I'm so, I'll mute my mic. Okay. I'm so sorry. Ah, during this time of like the day, right? Like it's like 1 a.m. Like I have like terrible. Uh, I don't know. I just cough and stuff like during this time. It doesn't happen during the day. It only happens like past midnight. I'm pretty sure there's like someone out there who would tell me it's actually a terrible medical condition, but uh, but yeah, I can't. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Like so yeah, I think what really matters in a resume, it's not. I think the education really. What I've noticed, because I've I guess I've looked up uh quite a lot of resumes, quite a lot of like professionally written resumes of like people who've actually made it and stuff, right? Like, because usually when you go to their profile, like I did, right? Like if you go to like a GitHub of someone, usually they have like the resume link here. Actually, not usually, but a lot of them do. It's not actually quite often, but like a lot of them do. So yeah, and what I've noticed is that they they don't really list their education. It's like education, and then it's like one university. Like it's like a very little section. They don't really list it. So yeah, like because of, and if you think of it that way, like you could save up this space, right? If you just remove everything here, then this is like a lot of space that you could use. The thing about resumes is that you have to be mindful of your usage of space, because you want to give as much impact in one page, right? You want like one page, recruiter sees it, bam, like you want to give that kind of like impression, right? Like I said. And then, so yeah, so like you have to think about the sections that you add. Is it like important? Like is it how do I say it? Like for example, like if I remove this section right here, like I could add stuff here. Like I could maybe use this space for like more projects, or like more work experience, or like more skills, right? Like yeah, like you know what I mean. And then and I guess every section has like a like importance. Like the most important is the work experience. The work experience is like the most important. So this should consume more space. This should also be at the top. And then another thing added that's important is projects, and then education not really. So I guess it's projects and skills. Education not really, because I've said that you could just use this much space. Interest is like it should be at the bottom. Like the thing about interest is that you could remove it, but it's a good conversation starter, right? Like if it just so happens that the one interviewing you has the same interests as you, like for example, let's say for example I've met someone who plays Dota, like right, like for example the CTO of my current company, he also played Dota. So like you get what I mean? Like it's a good like bridge, and you kind of like have like something in common. So like it's easier to, I guess, break the ice. It's easier to I guess converse with them. Conversation just flows because you have like some common ground. So but you could argue that the interest part is not important. But from what I've seen from a lot of resumes, they include interest. So I guess the important sections are like work experience, particular like maybe skills, like this four. They're important, and then interest is like bam, it's down. And it's also important to have your contact information. The yeah, like your number, email, and then this one, like if you look at like my like the new one, I actually do not have location. Like I do not have this. Like and the reason for that is from what I've read, or from what I can understand, is that you don't need to add location nowadays, because a lot of the times you're working from home, so your location actually doesn't matter. Maybe before pre-COVID, like location mattered, but right now, like post-COVID, location doesn't really matter much. So because of that, I have like space, right? This is again, you think of like the things you write in your resume as like it consumes space. It consumes space, like very important space, because you're limited to one page. At least you should try to limit yourself to one page. You do not want to add like your autobiography or something. Yeah, you gotta think of it like how much can I add in one page, how much impact can I so with that in mind, right, like that's why I followed I followed the like kind of like a template from another resume that from I've mentioned in the last stream. It's like she's someone who got into Fang, who yeah, I saw from her experience she got into Fang. Fang is like if you're a dev, you know that it's the big tech companies, like the top the how do I say it? Yeah, like they have like they're the companies that have like the cream of the crop developers. Yeah, the like Facebook, Amazon. Actually, no, it's not Facebook anymore. It's Meta, Amazon, Google, Netflix. You got what I mean. Microsoft. Yeah. So like and Google. Yeah. Wait, why is Microsoft not in FAO? Hmm. Hmm. Because it's FAANG. Why is Microsoft not in FAO? I never really thought about that. Yeah, it's Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google. Why is Microsoft not there? Yeah. I never really thought about it. I always thought Microsoft was part of that. But if you think about it, it's actually not part of that. But yeah, moving on. Okay, so like you gotta think of like the things you add in your resume as like it consumes space, right? So you gotta think of which sections are important. So if you can see, like before I did not have a summary, and then I added a summary. A summary like when they see my name, they it doesn't really give information, right? This Andre Sabe, what does that mean? But when they see this, right, the summary is result-driven full-stack engineer, deep expertise in Python and web. You're like, oh, I kind of get who this candidate is, right? You get what I mean? Like, I guess in that sense, like a summary or like a headline is important. I never really thought about it that way before, but now I added it and it really helped, I guess. And then, sorry, and then yeah, same thing. I have like my email, contact information. I have my GitHub email, contact information, GitHub. It was like below, but again, it's too wordy. But when I put it here, like every contact information is like on this section, right? Like it's cleaner now. It's cleaner. This one is like it's messy. I think email and then stuff, and then I guess you put more importance into the experience, and then yeah, put more like the important bits, which is this. Again, as I've said, like your working experience is really important. So it consumes the most space, and then the rest, and then this is like the next most important skills, and then projects and education. You can see it's just a little bit of section, and then interest is like the least important, and yeah, that's it. And then I just I just it's crazy. I still think it's crazy that I just changed my resume and I just had like I got like positive feedback from recruiters. Why? Like it's like discrimination among resumes, and now but I kind of get it because they're sifting through like multiple resumes at once. So I guess the resume that gives them the most impact, right? That gives them like the best first impression. I guess that's the candidates they choose. Like it makes sense if you think of it that way, I guess. So yeah, that's about it. That's like the summary of what I did. It's not really a summary. It's I think I consumed like a lot of time, but but yeah, that's what we did last stream. And then today's stream, maybe I'll stream for 1 hour and 30 or maybe 2 hours, depending on if I can finish it quickly. Uh, I'm just going to like have this Notion page. Like if you go to this link, I think it's this, right? I just put it on the description. But if you get this link, if you copy this link, you could see this like thing. But if I copy the link, right? If I copy web link, I go here. You could see it publicly. Yeah, I studied on Notion that site, right? This is like the public viewing of it. Okay. So what I'll do now is I'll just finish this SCSS cheat sheet. I've already started it, like this architecture 71 pattern. I'm following like a course in Udemy by, I forgot the name, Jonas Schmetman. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Jonas. But he's a really, really great instructor. Like, great. I think yeah, it's one of the best instructors that I've, had the. How do again? I'm not really good with words, but yeah, he's one of the best instructors, I guess, in like the front end realm. And this course is like advanced. I guess it. I think it's called advanced SCSS. Udemy advanced SCSS. Jonas Schmitch. Yeah. This course, like, if you click this course, this is the course that I'm currently taking. I'm like what lesson am I? 37. I'm like lesson 37. I'm not sure how many lessons it is. Let me check. Lesson 37 out of 124. it's quite a lot of ways. Each lesson is like, it depends. Some episodes, I mean, some lesson, yeah, some episodes are like 10 minutes, some are like 20, 30. I guess the average is like 20, 30 minutes per lesson. But yeah, some is like more than 30. Yeah, there was like a lesson that's like almost 40 minutes. It depends on, I guess, the topic that's being taught on the lesson. But yeah, that's the course that I'm currently taking. And since I've had like 37, like I'm almost 37 over like 100. Let's see, 37 over 128. I'm like 20. I'm like 30%, right? 30% done with the course. It's getting harder and harder to remember stuff, cause like, yeah, cause I'm not really, I guess. Before I used to take notes before, like when I was taking CS50, I had like notebooks and stuff, like something like this. I'm not, but let me see if I can see it in the camera. Like, let me check first if I can see it on the camera. Let me check first. Okay, there, right? It's like there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but yeah. Let's see. It's just a random page, right? Yeah. Like, it's just stuff that, I have like a lot of these notebooks that I filled up from courses that I took, like in Harvard, CS50, CS50X, CS50W, CS50P, and then I also took like a Coursera courses from like University of Hong Kong. And yeah, I just took a lot of notes, written notes, and I guess that helped me remember stuff. And then over time, I just stopped. I just stopped taking notes. I don't know why, but I want to, I guess, go back to note taking again, but not really writing it. But I want to, I guess, put it like on a platform where I could publish it, and then I could, I guess, because the problem with notebooks is that, for example, let's say I move, right? I'll have to bring the notebooks with me when I move, but like if it's published on the net, right? If it is like published on the internet, then wherever I go, I could access my notes. You get what I mean? And then I could also share my notes, right? Like, for example, you, my viewers, right? If you've ever, I guess, yeah, like if you wanted like a quick, how do I say it? Like a quick, like, like when you're taking tests, right? And then you just want to sift through your notes. That's the thing that I'm like trying to do right now. It's like SCSS, just everything like very, very precise, very, very, how do I say it? Very concise, not precise, very concise. Like, it's like straight to the point. You see it, you remember, this is what it means. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm using Notion. It's a really good note-taking tool. Usually this Notion is used by companies to, I guess, for their documentation, because documentation is very important in development, software engineering, software development, in general. It's really important. But it's not limited to documentation is really cool because if you look at like Notion, right, and then you add like themes and stuff. I'm not sure where you could turn it into wiki. This, for example, this template that it's not really, yeah, you could create like blogs and stuff. And yeah, it's a really cool like tool, and this is what I'll use, and I'll just, I guess, complete this. So I'm I'm done with the architecture. I think the next thing I do is take note of the reset, the reset. So that's what I'll do now. Base CSS, it's here. So I'll just add this H2, wait, H2, style reset, or normalize. Okay. And then code. This is base CSS. Okay, it doesn't work. In Markdown it works. I don't know why it doesn't work here. For Markdown it works. Why does it not work? Why does it not work? Maybe it's code. How did I do this? How did I what? I forgot how I did that. Maybe it's color. No, it's not color. It's not code. No, it's not code. I wonder how I did this. So I guess I'll just copy. I guess I'll just copy this because I forgot how I did this. Base, and then I guess I'll make this into a text. That is it. I think that version. I'll just copy this. Just copying this just so I could have like the color the same. I like green as comments. Actually, it doesn't matter. It could be aligned if possible. Is it aligned? Yeah, this defines what one is. This defines what run as this 10 pixels. 62.5% of 16 pixels plus 10 pixels. Yeah. Yep. I guess this is like this box sizing border box is what does it does again? Like it makes the width makes with include the padding and the border. Yeah, I think it's the padding and border. So when you say like for example 10 pixels, like if you go to like a random page, let's wait, I can't really show you the. I'm not sure if I can show you the dev tools. Okay, let's just go to my GitHub, I guess. Or yeah, let's just go to my site. Okay. Not sure if you can see that. The dev tools. Okay, you can see the dev tools. Okay. So the way how box setting border the box works, if I remember correctly, is that you have this box model, right? So by default, when this is like the padding and the border, by default, this is the width. By default, this is like the width of the element. So like if you specify the width, let's say 948 pixels, right? This is like 948 pixels. This is like the width of the element, and then you add border, you add padding. It doesn't increase the width, because it's just 948. You add the border, the padding, it doesn't like. And what happens is that the elements grows. The element grows in the like let's say this is like the element. Let's say this is the element. Let's say this is the element. Let's say this is the okay, not H. Let's go for a block element. Okay, this p tag here. Let's say this is the element. So like you see the rectangle, right? Let's say that's the width. Okay, not including the padding, not including the border. If I add the padding, the element would grow, in the sense that this will be like the padding, and this will be like the border. And what that does is that it pushes the other elements, right? Because it's consuming space. So this thing here will like go here, because of like if there's like a padding and then there's a border here. Let's say you add like a border border bottom and a border a border bottom and a padding bottom. So like this element will get pushed down because it consumes space. But if you add like if you make it so that it's box sizing border box, the width of the element will include the padding and the border. So let's say for example you specify that the width of the element is 474. That already includes the padding and the border. So if you add like padding, if you add the border, it shrinks the element. You get what I mean? Like if you add like, let's say you add like bottom a padding bottom and a border bottom, like this, the element will go up, right? This element will not go anywhere, because the width is fixed. The width and the height is fixed. Actually chose the wrong example. The width and the height is fixed from the one you told it to have, like from the one you set it to, like for the 474, let's say 474 width and a 96 pixels height, right? The height is like 96 pixels. Even if you add like padding, even if you add border, it will still stay 474 pixels with 96 pixels high, 474 pixels wide, 96 pixels high. And since you're consuming space because you added like padding and then border, it shrinks the element. The padding and the border will push the content of the element inwards, instead of like pushing other elements like this element down. But yeah, it's it's really hard when you don't have Maybe when I try to explain stuff, I will not use. Maybe I need like a whiteboard or something. Like it's really hard when you're limited to a mouse and stuff. Let's use Figma next time. Yeah, let's use Figma next time. Let's use Figma next time. I think with Google. I don't actually use Figma, but yeah. Yeah, let's use Figma next time. I'll touch explain. And next time I'll actually try to explain if someone asks questions. Okay. Currently I have like 0 viewers, right? So like it doesn't really make sense for me to explain stuff. So yeah, I guess I'll just focus on finishing this. I guess I'll just focus on finishing this cheat sheet. Because I mean, no one's really watching my streams. So margin 0. This is reset. This is for reset. It's for the reset. Okay, styles reset or normalize. What else? Of default. 16 pixels is like the default font size of like browsers. I'm not sure if it's all browsers though. Font family, font weight, line height, color. What's this? Backfaced visibility. Forgot what that property does. Space. Ah, that's cool. That's really cool. Yeah, it's for 3D stuff. What did it do for? But I think this is for this is a hack. Yeah, this is a hack. I think this is a property a hack. Okay, whatever. What else is important? Ah, this is a good trick, but I'll put that later. This is like the important part. I'll focus on the important ones. Let's normalize. Clear fix. Okay. Starts with yeah. Starts with goal. I guess I'll include the grid first. The grid, yeah. HD grid. And then grid is somewhere here. grid, and then this is float. Using the float, using float. Using floats. This is layout grid. Maybe snippet. Wait, I forgot the code for this. Ah, it's code block. Okay, okay. It's like this, I guess. Nope, it doesn't work. Okay. It's this thing. Okay. I wanted that. I had to have like a keyboard shortcut. Slash grid SCSS. Control E. Control E. Okay. Layout grid CSS, and then just copy this, I guess. This is just notes and stuff, so it doesn't really matter. Grid floats. I want to make this 2 columns. Wait, it's 2 columns. 2 columns. Front page. Wait, no. 1 column. How do you combine this two? I want to combine both of these blocks. I guess you can't really do it. What's this? The clear fix. Clear fix mix ends. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Oh no, abstracts. Shoot. Mix ends. No, it's not mix ends. It's abstracts actually. And then clear fix. Dot SCSS. Control E. Okay. Then code. Then I'll just copy this. Okay. This is for working with floats. This is H3. Clear fix. What? Float and clear fix. I don't know why actually, because I've never really worked with floats. Because I came in like learning web maybe 2021, like modern web, right? So there were already like float no, not floats, flexbox and grids. So like I guess I never really had a chance to just work on floats, because before like flexbox and grids, there were no like professional grids. People had to work, from what I've read, from the stuff that I've read, it's like people had to use like tables, like it was very hack-ish. People had to use floats for grids. People had to use, I think, tables before this. It was really tolerable, and then flexbox and grids came along, and then everything just became so much simpler. Clearfix hacked to fix the problem. clear fix hack. I guess it's a clear fix hack. I want to have it same, I guess. The same. Oh. I think it's the same. Yep, it's the same. Okay. And then I'll just add like a bit of explanation of how this works. So just this is one this is one cell. So again, it's a column 1 of 2. So it means it consumes one cell of 2 cells. Yeah. And this consumes one cell of 3 cells, like 3 divisions, 3 cells, but this consumes only one. 1 of 3, 1 of 4 consumes only 1 of 4, and 2 of 3 is like I should really have like Figma to explain stuff. Even though I don't know how to use Figma. Rectangle. Oh, okay. So this is, let's say this is a row. Let's say this is a row, right? Because you're making like a grid system. Let's say this is a row. Okay. Let's say this is a row. And let's get another rectangle. Let's change the color. This is, how do you delete it? How do you delete it? I want to delete this. How do you delete it? Again, I do not use show or hide. No. I don't use Figma, that's why. Because I'm not a UI UX guy. This is, but again, like this is like a great chance for me to learn Figma, right? Why not? But I don't know how to delete this. What? How do you delete it now? Or maybe you just click delete. Okay, just click delete. Okay. You change the color here. Let's make this 3. Okay, let's make it orange. Is that okay? Okay. Let's make it purple. Purple. Okay, let's say this is like your okay. How do you, there. Yeah, it's purple. This is like your cell, right? This is like the one cell. This is, so that it makes more sense when I explain stuff. Okay, whatever. So it's like 2 elements, right? This is two cells, and then there's like gutter and stuff. Gutter is like, well, you can see here, like if you go to the grid, you see this gutter thing. Gutter horizontal, gutter vertical. Gutter horizontal is this thing. Gutter horizontal is this. The spacing between cells. It's actually not, it's actually like this, right? So like the spacing between cells. Like this is the gutter horizontal, and then the gutter vertical is this. The spacing between rows. So it usually like this. So it's like the gutter horizontal. Gutter vertical is this thing. This is gutter horizontal, the space here, and gutter vertical is the space here. Okay? Okay. 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 So if you say 1 of 2, this is 1 of 2. But if you say 2 of 2 of, let's say 2 of 2, then you mean this, like it consumes 2 cells. So so the way it works is that when you calculate, like for example, this is 1 of 2, right? uh, let me go back to, I guess, the 1 of 2. Okay. 1 of 2 is like you calculate the 100%, so 100% of the row width. This is the row. This is the row. The white rectangle is the row. I'll change this to the row. I'll change this to column 1. I'll change this to column 2. Then I'll even add a text so that you could see it better. This is like column 1, right? Let's make it bigger. Let's make it 24. Yeah, let's make it bold. How do you make it bold? Can you make it bold? Oh, you can. There. Let's make it bigger. 36. Let's make it 36. Oh, yeah, so that you can see it really, really clearly. There. It's like column 2. Okay, there. And this is the white one is the row, and this is column 1, this is column 2. Okay. So it's 100% of the row width. So this thing. Can you draw? This is like this thing, right? This thing. No. I want the freehand drawing. Yeah. This thing. What is it, like 100%? Right. This is 100. 100. Okay. This is like. Not an artist. Okay, this is like the 100%, right? This is 100% of the row width. And then gutter horizontal is this thing. This is like gutter horizontal. So 100% minus dot. So you could see it's like this, right? Right? So it's this space. So like what's left is this space. Like there's 2 cells. Right? But you get what I mean. Like what's left is like the column 1 and then column 2, and then divide by 2. So like this area here and then this area here, and you divide by 2, so you're left with 1. So that's one. That's essentially like 1 cell. Or 1 cell per column. And then if you want to compute like column, let's say 2 of 2, which is not here. Why do I not have column? Oh, because it's just 100%. I'm so I'm so stupid. It's just 100. Yeah, it's so stupid. Okay. But let's select this. But let's say we have like 3 columns, right? 3 columns. Columns. Let's say we have like that. 3 columns. Column 1, column 2, column 3. Okay, let's say we have that. Okay, so we already know how to calculate column 1 of tree because it's simple. You just 100%, you subtract the gutter, and then you divide it by however many columns, right? So if you want one, you times 2 gutter, and then just divide it by 3, and you get this. Okay, but if you want to get like 2 of 3, which is this, right? Which is this, column 2 of 3 is this. So this is the gutter, right? This is column 2. Actually not. It's just column 3, and this is column. Column 2. Yeah, this is like column 2 of 3, right? Let's say you want to, I guess. For example, you want to compute this, right? You want to compute. So you want to compute this. So this gets a bit tricky. But the way you do it is, first of all, you want to get one element, right? You want to get this element, and you just essentially want to multiply it by 2. But it's not that simple. So like, you want to multiply it by 2. Oh, actually, it's easier to see once I have like. I'll go back. Okay. It's easier to see once I have this. Like what I'm talking about. It's easier to see. Okay. See, it's like this element is essentially 2 times 1 column, right? 2 times 1 column plus the gutter. So that's how you compute 2 of 3, right? So like, if this is one cell, this is 1 column, right? This is 1 cell. So like 2 of 3 is like, so you have this, right? And you want to multiply it by 2 because it's 2 times. Yeah, you want to multiply it by 2, and then you just add the gutter, this gutter. It's kind of like confusing when you look at it this way. Like, if you see like this is a bunch of math, what the hell am I looking at? But like, if you visualize it like this, it makes a lot of sense, right? So like, yeah, this is like this, right? This is this thing plus the gutter plus this thing. Yeah. So 2 times the column and then plus the gutter, and then you get this. Yeah, and it's the same thing if you have like 4 columns. If you have 4 columns and you want to compute like 2 of 4, 2 cells of 4 columns, and then 3 of 4, like 3 cells of 4. You get what I mean? But yeah, and then and how do I delete everything? Maybe is there like a select all? I'll just select all and just delete. Yeah, because I'm going to use this later. Then just go back to 100, Control 0. Okay, that's about it. So it's actually not that hard to, I guess, do it. to do this. Like, again, it looks complicated, but like, if you like try to think, if you see it like visually, like if you see like a visual explanation of it, it's like, it's actually not that hard. It's actually pretty simple. Okay, this thing is kind of like a really cool trick where you select everything except the last child. You select everything because of like the not selector, not last child. Yeah, that's it. It's actually a really cool trick. Select everything except the last child. I really like this trick. That's it, right? That's it. Okay. What do I want the columns? Page. I'm not sure if there's like a simpler way to do it. Yeah. Variable space. Variables. It's abstract variables. Abstracts variables. So it's Control E. Abstract. Abstracts. Variables. .ss. And then just code and just order font grid. Okay. That's it. Like, I guess that's like the important bits for now. The rest is just, it's not really that important. The rest. Maybe in the future I'd like to have like a section for like let me see, sure, a section for like XLM, not with XLM dimensions, maybe dimensions. It's auto publish, right? So like when I refresh it, it should auto publish. Yeah, it should auto publish. Sorry, it's like 2 a.m. here. It's like 2 a.m. So like yeah, I'm beyond like. I guess that's it. That's it. I don't really have anything to add for now. Maybe I'll add a script too, like this script, because I keep on forgetting it. So maybe I'll add it here. So I keep on forgetting it. Add it here. Package. SAS. Okay. It's like start. Let's just start. Scripts. Package JSON. This is JSON. Yeah. This is cool. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it, right? I guess I'll also add BAM. Naming convention. BAM. So the way it works is it's not really part of SCSS, but I guess I'll just copy this. This is HTML. Why is JSON? I thought I added HTML. This is block. Block elements. Right. Elements block. The header block, and then this is block element modifier. Yeah. Then I guess I'll just add like reference. Then I'll just add like reference here. If you want further reading, right? It's actually funny because like the I remember BEM before was not this good. Their website was pretty basic. It's one single page. I don't remember what happened. BEM before was not this. Their site is not this good. I remember it because. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? I remember the original BEM website was not this good. Like I was surprised when I saw like this is a pretty website. The original BEM. Oh, what the hell? I should. Okay. I'll read this. Because again, like the original site was just a single page site and it was not really styled well, but it works. It's like if you go to like naming, right? And this is like the entire page of BEM before, but with it's not pretty. It's like very basic. It's there and it does its job. That was the original BEM website. If I remember correctly, if there's like a way to see like the previous iteration of their website, that would be great. What's like the previous iteration? I'd like to know. Do they have like a release page? How many releases? They don't have a release page. Okay, so let's go back to 2021 then. Let's go back to the commit on 2021. I guess this is like the latest commit. But there's no way to see the previous iteration. Created 2 years ago, created 5 months ago, created 2 years. Okay, okay, this one, okay. It still got done that count. It's again. It's not the side like this. The side was not like this before. Okay, the side was not like this before. Okay, oh, maybe I went to the wrong side. But no, it was the official side. So okay, whatever. So yeah, convention pen, and I guess I'll just show the home. Index is home. This is components. Button. Space. Typography. Oh, it's actually typography. Heading. What's header then? Oh, header. Ooh. So I'll go to typography. Paste typography. How do you resize it? Resize it. Turn into page and turn into the columns. And I want to resize it the same way as this. Okay. Block modify. This is base typography. Base control base typography. What's this? How do you remove a comment? Okay. Okay, okay, everything's good. Everything's good. Let's see. Place the architecture 7 to 100. This package.json. I should add that, I guess, because they would not understand what this means. Package.json. There's just examples, like, I don't know, like, what to give this, like, with using floats. SCSS grid, no, SCSS using float. SCSS. There's no gutter though, in this example. I guess clear fix after. I wonder where he got that. This floats on columns to layouts. This. No, it's just floating things around. It's not really using grid. So I guess I don't really. Maybe this. Oh yeah, like I never really thought about it, how they do layouts. Because then they could use HTML. Yeah. But this is like a really cool article. So like I'll add it for reference. Like this is a really cool article. Reference. Gosh, what did? Okay. Reference. Deep dive into float. Yeah, CSS float as grid. What is a framework? I wanted like a reference to yeah, like using floats as grids. From floats to grids. But I can't seem to find. I guess that's Yeah, it's close to. Sorry, I'm just looking for like a reference where I guess I could use it to link to my like cheat sheet. Right? Yeah. Fix this not working. There are websites that not. Is this even a good site? It's not even secure. It's a very old site. Okay, it's not. I guess it's like hard to find documentation because everyone's using Flexbox or they're using grids. They're not using floats anymore. Maybe this is like the closest. But yeah, whatever. 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 So like, let's say it's done for now. Let's just say it's done for now. And then I guess the next, so that's the first part of my stream. It took me like 2 hours. 2 hours just to build the site. Like, again, like there's like a perfectionist side of me. But yeah, I guess the next part of my stream would be to adjust my camera because my camera is weirdly positioned. Like it's, I did not notice it, but like this is center. But like I'm moving here because my mic is here. So I guess I have to position my camera. I guess. Very much better. Much better. My bad. My bad. So yeah, maybe I'll position it better. Yeah. I mean that's okay, right? That's okay. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah. Or maybe a bit. Ooh, is this better? I think this is better. Okay, okay, okay. So the next thing that I'll do is I'll I guess prep for tomorrow's stream. So tomorrow's stream, there's a project I'd like to make. It's called MD Compile. So that I'll just I guess do the initial design now. New design file. No, I'll just rename this. How do I rename this? This MD Compile. This is like the design sheet for like MD Compile. And I'll just make a rectangle. This is like the side, and then I'll just like lay out the site, okay? What I want to build tomorrow, for tomorrow. Okay, this is like the site. How do you call it? Viewport. This is the viewport. This is what they see. And then I'll make a design 1920 by 1080. But I don't know other. 1920 by 1080. The default, right? This is like the default size for websites. My screen size is small. It's like 1366 by 768. But whatever. So like 130. I can't even center it. Other. Okay, there. It's centered. And then I guess I'll make a nav bar. So like the nav bar is here. Like the content is here, right? The content is here. Actually, let me check the repo first. I'll go to, let me check the repo. Actually, it's not actually no, it's not a repo. It's not even a repo yet. Okay. This is one of those that I used to. It's this thing, and I'll just check the static and the CSS file. How big is the thing? I'll just find the width. No, actually no. Actually no, I think it's not here. I think it's in the index.html that's generated, so it's maybe app. No, it's in templates because I'm using Flask. Okay. So the max width is 980. Maybe I'll increase this. It's weird that the max width is 980, but whatever. I think a better max width would be not 180, but yeah, whatever. I'll make this 180 or 980, but I'll just follow the thing for now because I don't want to think about it. Wait. I remember Johan Schmishman, my instructor, the instructor for the Udemy course that I'm taking. He mentioned like an ideal with maxed width, but I do not remember. Here, is it in grid? No, it's not in grid. Maybe it's in home. Maybe it's in base. Where is it? I remember him mentioning about like ideal maxed width, but I don't remember where it is. But maybe it's not here. Maybe it's on the Learn SCSS part of things. No, it's not even here too. With actually, no, I'm not. I'm not remembering wrong. Like, I I do remember he mentioned that there is like an ideal with, maybe it's in variables. One side, good with. Maybe it's in the row. Like ideal for a row, so like in grid. So grid with some variables. 114. 114 RAM is like 1140. So that's what I'll use. 1140. That's what I'll use. Okay. I'll change the color. Dude, I'll call this row. Oh, content. Main content. What the hell was this? Okay, I'll change the thing color. Let's make it white. Actually, no, I'll make the viewport white. I'll make the row. I'll make this gray, so it's visible. And then I will need this as the content. Is there like a way to like add? Is there like a way to add like text without, creating a new element? Like I want to add text. Stroke. What the hell is stroke? Stroke style, advanced stroke. What the hell is stroke? This is a component, but like I don't really know how to. Other than you can add text. Finally, create component property text. This is just label. And this is row. Where it is? Where is it? I don't really understand how it works. How do you add? I guess you can't. I'm so sorry, I'm just really sleepy. It's almost 3 a.m. but like I have to finish this. Okay, I'm sure you can do this. So whatever, I'll just add text, whatever. Let's call this a row. This is a content, right? This content. Design. Let's say prime component. It's actually really cool that you could do that. Okay. But like, is there a way to increase the font size? How do you increase the font size? Oh, yes. Is this it? No, I think it says 900. There. Maybe 48. Maybe 64. Okay. is contents, and then I'll add like the navigation bar. What's this? I'm not sure what the height is. I think I'll make the content have a height of, because it needs to be offset, right, by whatever the height of this is. So like, let's say the height of this is like 100, maybe 100, just 100. And then, from what I remember, there's like a margin top. There's like margin top on. Let's see. Like from what I remember, there was like a margin top. So like I could play around with the margin top from like the defaults. Where's it? Where's it? Templates and extension. Maybe it's this. Like, there's a 45 pixel margin. Oh, padding, not margin. So like, there's a 45 pixel padding. So yeah, there's like 45 pixels already above. But then this would get a I'll make this a component. How do you make it a... How did I make it a component again? Control Alt K. This is rectangle one. I'll rename this. How do you rename it? This is the navigation. And add like a text. Actually, no, I don't need to add text. I don't need to add text. But I need to add... I need this to be... how do I... Why are you... Why are you not showing? Zero. Okay, now it's showing. I want it to be, I guess, not FFF. Maybe... what other colors are there? If not black, maybe blue, green, whatever random color. Orange, brown. Again, it's like random color. Oh, that's shit color. Maybe hashtag GGG. Okay, whatever. Okay. So that's the navigation. Maybe 100. So it's 45 pixels, right? That's like a padding of like 45 pixels. So 980 is like, I can maybe, I guess 1080p minus 45. 1035. So I guess I'll make it 1035, and I could just put it there. Whatever. So like, this is the road, this is the navigation, and then I want the footer. So I think I'd like the footer to not be shown, if possible. Like, I'd like the footer to be here, like it's outside. Or should I show the footer? I'm actually not sure if I should show the footer. I already have the navigation, so like there's no need to show the footer. So I guess I want to put the footer. This is the content, right? Content, and then it's like the footer. Like this green. Whatever color. It's like the footer, and I'll add the text to this thing. Why can't I put it inside the footer? Maybe because it's not It's not a component. How do you make it a component? Go to make detach instance. Create component. There. Okay. This is like footer. Yeah, there's a footer. And then the navigation, and I want it's 100 pixels. That's too small, but I don't want the navigation bar to take too much space. Yeah, I'm debating whether 100 or 150. Actually, let's go to the channel. No, I'll just check our website real quick. Ooh, that's really cool. How big is how high is the nav bar? 42. Air class. Okay, there's 70. Yeah, it's not that. Actually, it's not that high. It's 70. So I actually reduced the width. Okay. I'll make this 70. So 70, and then I'll figure it out. And then the footer, I'll figure it out. I'll 88. It's actually pretty small. Okay. So it's actually pretty small. So like 80. So I'll just say it's like 80 something or like 100. Yeah, I'll just settle for 100. It's actually not. Okay. And that's about it. And then I guess I'm not really a UI designer, so so I guess I'll have the logo here. Where's the text? The logo here, or like MD compile, whatever logo I'll think about it. The logo, then I guess I'll have the GitHub here, like I know it looks ugly, but bear with me, because again, I'm not really a UI designer. So like, I'll figure it out tomorrow. So like, this is like the GitHub icon here. maybe this is like links. Link. Maybe like this is like a like projects. And then I want like a toggle, like a dark mode. It's like a toggle theme toggle or something. Yeah, that's something like this, and it's very simple. This is like the very simple layout of what I'll be doing tomorrow. It's empty compile. It's essentially like there's a bunch of stuff that I want to do too. Like it's essentially like you have like a markdown, right? You have a markdown, and then you split it into multiple markdown files like this, right? You split it into multiple, and then you have like a controller. This is the controller, which is no, it's not really correct. Like, this is the controller, right? It's like the order of how to compile the different markdown files, and then you have the compiled markdown, which is this. That's essentially the project. Like I just want to make a separate repo out of it, and yeah, that's it. Actually, I can show you how it works pretty quickly before I end the stream. So like I'll just show you, I guess. So it's SAG. I'll show you pretty quickly how it works. App. So yeah, like if we go to, I guess, Flask 5000, which, yep, this is essentially it. Yeah, like it compiles the markdown into, I guess, it compiles like multiple markdown files into one readme file, and that's about it. And then you have like, I want to add like a navigation bar here, right? I want to add like a navigation bar here. Actually, I should not. Yeah, I think I should do this. So it's 1010 actually. So this is like 70. So yeah, it's 1010. Whatever. So yeah. So I want to add like a navigation here, and if you scroll down, I want to add like a footer. That's it. that's the only thing. And I want to add like a toggler, because like this is like the light mode of GitHub, right? This GitHub light mode, and I want to see it in, I guess, the actually let's follow let's follow 980. Let's follow 980. It's too small. Whatever. I'm not really using either way. I'm not really using. Let's follow 980 because that's. And maybe, yeah, something like that. Yeah. This is in 120 by 1080. That's why it looks really big, because my screen is like 1366 by 768. Okay. That's it. I want to add like a toggler, like dark mode, light mode, and stuff. I want the navigation to be similar to Mac, like you know the blur thing in Mac. If you use Mac, you understand what I mean. I don't use Mac, but but I appreciate the design. Like it's like it's above a layer, right? So it's like a Z index, higher Z index. It's a navigation. It's a navigation sticky, so it follows when you scroll, and it's transparent. It's transparent, and it's like a frosted glass. It's like a frosted glass kind of like effect. Like it's Mac, yeah. If you use Mac, you know, you understand what I mean. Yeah, that's it. So yeah, it's 3:11 a.m. I guess this is a good time to end the stream. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye. How do you? Okay.